Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa salatu wa salamu ala khayri mursalin Muhammadin wa ahlihi tayyibin tahirin. Inshallah, today we will start part 5 of what the Holy Prophet said would befall the Islamic nation. During the last sickness of the Prophet, while he was lying with his head in Ali's lap, and Abbas was standing before him brushing away the flies with his cloak, he opened his eyes and asked Abbas to become his executor, pay his debts, and support his family. Abbas said he was an old man with a large family and could not do it. Muhammad then proffered the same to Ali, who was so much affected that he could not command utterance for some time. But as soon as he could speak, promised with the greatest devotion to perform the Prophet's request. Muhammad, after being raised into a sitting posture in which he was supported by Ali, ordered Bilal to bring his helmet, called Dhul Jabin, his coat of mail, called Dhatul Fazul, his banner, Akab, his sword, Dhul Fakr, his turban, Sahab Athamiya, his 2 partly colored garments, his little staff, and his walking cane, Mimshuk. In relating the story, Abbas remarked that he had never before seen the partly colored scarf, which was so lustrous that nearly blinded the eyes. The Prophet now addressed Ali, saying, "Gabriel brought me this article and told me to put it in the rings of my mail and bind it on me for a girdle." He then called for his 2 pairs of Arab shoes, 1 pair of which had been pitched. Next, he ordered the shirt he wore on the night of the Miraj, and the shirt he wore in the Battle of Uhud. Then he called for the 3 caps, 1 of which he wore in journeying, another on festivals, and the 3rd when sitting with his companions. He then told Bilal to bring his 2 mules, Shahba and Duldul, his 2 camels, Gazba and Shahba, and his 2 horses, Jinnah and Khaydr. Jinnah was kept at the door of the masjid for the use of the messenger, and Khaydr was mounted by the Prophet at the Battle of Uhud, where Gabriel cried, "Advance, Khaydr." Last, he called for his ass Yafsul. Muhammad now directed Abbas to take Ali's place and support his back. He then said, "Rise, O Ali, and take these, my property, while I yet live, that no one may quarrel with you about the matter after I am gone." "When I rose," said Ali, "my feet were so cramped that it was with the utmost difficulty that I could move. Having taken these articles to my house, I returned and stood before the Prophet, who, on seeing me, took his ring from his right hand, pointed the way of truth, and put it on my hand. The house being full of Banu Hashim and other Muslims, and while from weakness his head nodded to the right and left, he cried aloud, 'O company of Muslims, Ali is my brother, my successor, and Khalifa among my people and sect. He will pay my debts and cancel my engagements. O ye sons of Hashim and Abdul Muttalib, and you other Muslims, be not hostile to Ali, and do not oppose him, lest you be led astray, and do not envy him, nor incline from him to another, lest ye become infidels. He then ordered Abbas to give his place to Ali. Abbas replied, Do you remove an old man to set a child in his place? The Prophet repeated the order, and the third time Abbas rose in anger, and Ali took his place. Muhammad, finding his uncle angry, said to him, Do nothing to cause me to leave this world offended with you, and my wrath send you to hell. On hearing this, Abbas went back to his place, and Muhammad directed Ali to lay him down. The Prophet then said to Bilal, Bring my two sons, Hassan and Hussein. They entered the room, and when their eyes fell upon the matchless perfection of the Holy Prophet in this state, they cried, throwing themselves upon his bosom. The commander of the faithful, Ali, wished to remove them, but the Prophet revived and said, Let me smell the flowers of my garden, and they smell the rose of my cheeks, and bid farewell to each other. Verily, after me, they will be oppressed and killed by the sword of oppression and the poison of sedition. 3 times he pronounced the curse of Allah on the person that does them injustice. O Allah, O Lord, I commit them to thee and to the worthy of the faithful, namely Ali ibn Abu Talib. The Prophet then dismissed the people, and they went away except Abbas, his son Fazl, and Ali, and those belonging to his Ahlul Bayt. Abbas then said to the Prophet, If the Caliphate is established among us, the Banu Hashim, assure us of it, that we may rejoice. But if you foresee that they will treat us unjustly and deprive us of the Caliphate, commit us to your companions. Muhammad said, After I am gone, they will weaken and overcome you. At which declaration all of the family wept, and moreover despaired of the Prophet's life. Ali continued to attend to the Prophet night and day, never leaving him except for the most imperative necessity. On one of these occasions when Ali was absent, the Prophet said, Call my friend and brother. Aisha and Hafsa sent for their father, Abu Bakr and Umar, but he turned from them and covered his face. They remarked, He doesn't want us. He wants Ali. Whom Fatima cried, and Muhammad pressed him to his bosom, and they mingled in their perspiration together. And the Prophet communicated to him privately for a long time, and 1,000 of chapters of knowledge, each opening to 1,000 more. Then he rose and sat down beside the Prophet until he fell asleep. When his soul was about to depart, having awakened again, the Prophet said to Ali, Put my head in your lap, for the order of Allah for my death has come. When my soul departs, take it with your hands and rub your face with it. Then point me in the direction of the Qibla. Carry out my command and pray over me as the first of the people. Do not leave me until you have buried me in my grave. Bihar al-Anwar, Hayat al-Qulub al-Majlisli, and Kitab al-Irshad. Conclusion. These ahadith were from popular books of both Sunni and Shia schools. Some of these ahadith will be dismissed even though they were recorded in what Sunnis call the most authentic books of traditions. The explanations by Sunnis why the Prophet did not pick a successor in the face of history and prophecy falls short of Quranic support. By Allah, it's clear that the religion revealed to the Prophet is still marching forward in time to events foretold 1430 plus years ago. This concludes part 1 of this piece. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the next book, part 2, we will see where some of the prophecies of the Prophet regarding the deaths of some of his companions and events were actually coming true not soon after he died. So inshallah, that will be in our next collection. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.